everybody. Hope you had a great week. Hope everything's going well. Wishing everybody happy Friday tomorrow and a good weekend. Um, so I was thinking, hey, what can I do for you guys tonight? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a few oracle cards, see what the collective oracle messages are, and then maybe pull a few tarot. See what the weekend's going to hold for all of us. Looks like we're going to have some nice weather here in Halifax, where I am, and so other parts around me are getting some rain, but apparently we are not. Oh, interest. This is so funny that I pull these two cards. So the first card that comes out is why. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's kind of a bit of a reflection today. I'm in a new space, so sorry about that. Um, and the second card is called Thinker, which is really interesting that those two cards came out together. So when the why card, the why with a question mark here, is always about your why. So if you're going to do something, if there's changes coming in your life, like you're going to do, like start a new career, or you want to start a new career, or things are just not going so well in a relationship, and that can be friendship, it can be a romantic partner, it can be family, or whatever. So you need to know like your why. So you have to think, okay, well, if I'm going to make some changes in my life, why am I going to do that, and how is that going to benefit? So, and that's probably what some people are thinking about, which is why the thinker card came out. Because the thinker card, you got to be careful with the thinker card. Um, it's 44, which is number 8, so it's all about abundance. So you can really, in one sense, you can look at it very positively and be like, okay, what I'm thinking is what I'm going to be creating. But when it comes to manifestations, it's not just about what you're thinking, it's also about how you're feeling, and you have to use your emotions in order to bring all those things in too. So, and the other part of the thinker card could be just thinking about your why and why you need to make these changes in your life and what's going on. I do feel a lot of change. I feel it with like it's happening with my own personal life, but it's happening in my own personal readings with people too, where there just seems to be big changes happening. Probably that's globally too. Um, so this is your time to kind of sit and think and meditate and, you know know that the reason that you're doing things is because you are meant to do them, not because other people want you to do, or other people say, well, you should do this or you should do that, or it looks good on paper or whatever. Really, time to be your authentic self is what that message is coming through. So let's pull a few cards. Let's do a few. Spirit's giving me all of them. Let's just do a few for like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday before we get our caller in, and we will, aside from meditating and thinking about our why and us being our authentic selves, what else can we do this weekend? Beautiful. Look at that. Right from go. Okay. All right. I'm going to take 4 because it would make more sense. Okay. All right. So the first card that I'm going to talk about is the trapped in fear card, which is a number 8, which is all about abundance. And you're thinking, well, if it's all about abundance, why are we trapped in fear? This is our own fear. This is always ourselves, scared to make the change, scared to make the decision, scared to make that leap of faith. You make it though. You bring down those bars that are in front of his face in this card, and what happens is your abundance comes in. Probably not a bad idea to, talk to friends, partners, even if you are thinking, maybe you're thinking about starting a business or something, talk to other people that have businesses. Like talk to somebody you maybe want to go into business with you, collaborate, do a few different things. You are definitely building the firm foundation with the number 4. The number 4 is all about the building and the building blocks. So, yet again, if we go back to the oracle cards, we're kind of talking about thinking and why we're doing things, and we really are doing things because we want it. We want to build this foundation. Everybody deserves to have a solid foundation, right? Once you have the solid foundation and you have that security, it's nothing but good. It's nothing but good, and that's what the universe is here to tell you. As the universe card, this would be the world in the old tarot, which is all just about success and reward. It is coming. It's 3-3 in this reading, and a couple of number 8s. Um, so I mean, it is coming in for all of us, right? Like as a collective, because we share the same energy. Because you're listening to me, we're tonight, then we're sharing that energy, and that energy is really saying, okay, Gotta start the building blocks, gotta start just building that security, and once you're your authentic self, all that abundance is gonna come in, so beautiful reading for all of us. I feel really good about that, really good. So tonight on the line, we have Kimberly, in Seattle, Washington. Hi, Kimberly.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Good. What can I do for you this evening?
So I'm looking for love. I want to see if you see that for me. Will I get married soon?
Okay. Do you have somebody in your life right now?
Um, somewhat, but I am single technically.
Okay, so the person that's in your life is maybe not the person that you're thinking you're gonna marry?
Actually, I think it is, but I'm just not
Oh,
sure.
okay. All right. Let's let's pull I wasn't sure there. Wasn't sure where you were going with that. Okay. I'm gonna pull just a quick couple oracle cards just to see what's on the table for you right now, what your energy brings, and then I'll bring out some tarot for you. Oh, lovely. Okay, so you have the card that flew out actually is the serendipity card, which is beautiful. You know what I mean? So you definitely have some harmonious times and good things happening. It looks like you have to be a little bit flexible too, though. The flexible card came out. You may have to be a little bit flexible with maybe the timing of this wedding. I'm wondering, or
Mm,
I don't know, but there is some definitely the flexibility there. Or maybe you're just really flexible. Maybe you're being too flexible. Maybe it's that way. You're being like too flexible and not saying to this person, hey, listen, it's time for us to get married. Stop fooling around. All right.
mm.
Doing this with a different deck than I normally do, but I'm in a new space of sorts. Out of sorts. Yeah, there we go. All right. So it's interesting that the first card, this is an interesting deck, but this is the first card that I pull out for you is the solar plexus chakra, which is all about your self-esteem, which I think is really good. I think it's really strong. If it isn't, then clear that chakra. But I don't think that you have any problems with that. And I think this probably person in your life probably brings that out in you, like makes you feel confident about yourself. The person that you're with, I have as the patience and planning card. Um, which is interesting because it all this card tells me is that the seven is all about success. The seven number on this card, but the patience and planning is like this is a person who is planning things out. Okay. Um, and I think what's hidden about this person, which you probably know, but maybe you don't know, is that there's just a little bit of emotional withdrawal. The eight in the number of this card is all about abundance. So, and if you can see that, I don't know if you're seeing me, if you're watching me, but if you are, the person on the card is kind of sitting and meditating. And I think this goes hand in hand very nicely with the patience and planning. So it's like it's planning something, sitting there meditating on it to make sure that everything I think is works out really well. Um, the basis of the relationship, which is either this is either happening. I find this card has been wonky with me lately. This is either what's happening with the relationship right now or the reason that you got together. And the card is called discontent and boredom. The four is all about building a foundation. And the beautiful thing about this card is that there's a window, and outside the window, there's a beautiful castle in the sun. And this card always means when God closes the door, he opens a window. So in a relationship reading, I would take that as, this person came into your life for a reason, right? This is a beautiful thing. The future of your relationship is prosperity begins, which is the two of you holding hands, new opportunities. I really do feel it, it is all going to come together for you. Um, and the takeaway is the truth card, which is a number two card, which is all about balance. So um I would say that on the bottom of the deck. we have the Foundations and Achievements card, which is a beautiful card about a home and a family and a rainbow, which is all the good after the bad. I feel that you are going to marry this person. I think this person is planning something, probably planning a proposal for you. Um, if you feel that in things are not happening exactly when you want them to happen or not happening fast enough, I wouldn't not nudge this person, right? And just be kind of like, so maybe we should talk about getting married, or have you ever thought about that? Or I don't know if you've done that, but I definitely feel that you are. And I think that this person has been brought into your life for a reason. How's that sound?
Yeah, it sounds kind of about right. Yeah, you said that about the emotional withdrawal. Yep, that's him. All right, that's perfect. You nailed that one.
Okay. So you think when he goes with the emotional withdrawal that he's actually like kind of thinking about planning his next steps?
Yeah, he's a very hard person to draw any type of emotion out of,
Okay. Yeah.
which is very different from me because I'm more outspoken.
Okay. All right. So you may be the one that has to give the little bit of nudge, but I do feel that you know what I mean? I feel the reason he came into your life is like for a reason. Like I really do feel it was the sort of um, God closed the door, he opened a window. Like he brought you to your life for a reason. And I also feel that the two of you together can build a nice foundation together. You can build, you know what I mean? You can build a nice structure together. There's a bit of a waiting game with him, and I don't know. He's like, I just pulled a few more cards just to see. And the first one I pull is the waiting game. I don't know what he's waiting for. And then you have the emotional withdrawal card again, which is him. And then a little bit of suffering and silence. So I think that you just really need to have a conversation. Have you had a conversation with him about this before?
Yeah, vaguely, but I'm with you. I'm like, it is a waiting game, but I don't have all day. It's like how long
That's
is
right.
somebody supposed to wait, and am I wasting my time for somebody that's just waiting for whatever that it might not even come to fruition? It's like, am I wasting
Great.
my time with this individual that I could be spending out mingling, doing other things, trying to find someone who is really more into what I want to do right now?
Exactly. So, and I think you have that. I think that really came clear. So it kept coming into my mouth, but I kept saying, like, maybe you need to nudge him. Maybe you need to have this conversation. I would have this conversation and see how it goes. If it goes and you're going to make the next step forward, I don't feel, except for this emotional withdrawal with him, that he's too bad of a person. Like if the energy seems to be coming off pretty well. Um, but I will tell you this: if it's not going to work out, don't worry about it because I guarantee you there is somebody else in your life that is going to come into your life that's going to be wonderful and be everything that you want.